Greetings and welcome everyone to the L.E.A.P Lifestyle Podcast. I'll be your host, Christopher White. This podcast is brought to you by the People's Community Development Corporation. It's this corporation which allows us to present these ideas and thoughts and information, and we look forward to sharing it all with you. So we'd like to say thank you to the People's Community Development Corporation for allowing us this opportunity. And on today's amazing show, I'm going to talk about creating healthy habits. I got a little video from Les Brown that I'd like to share with you all. Hopefully you guys can find some value in it, find some meaning in it. Hopefully something in it sticks to you, sticks with you, that you can take on your life's journey. That's my hope. Again, my name is Christopher White. This is the L.E.A.P Lifestyle Podcast, and I'm looking forward to taking this leap, linking, providing, making sure you guys have access, all of it. So that's what we're looking forward to today. And with that said, I'm going to get this video queued up, this video of Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker. He's an amazing guy, a guy that I listen to on occasion. You know, sometimes I listen to him when I'm looking for something to give me that little lift, something to give me just a little to push me through my day, you know. So I hope that you guys enjoy this quick clip. It's not super long. I didn't want to put up anything too long, just something a little short to share with you guys, and hopefully you really enjoy it. So let me get that queued for you guys. Alrighty then. Here we go.
What I want you to look at. There are winners, and there are losers, and there are people who have not discovered how to win. And all they need is some coaching. All they need is some help and assistance, just a little support. All they need is some insight or a different strategy, a plan of action to make some adjustments that will open up the key to a whole new future for them, that will give them access to the unlimited power that they have within themselves. That's all that they need. So what I want you to do is think about something you want for you, that's real for you, that's important for you, that will give your life some special meaning and power. And I don't even want you to say, I can do that. I don't want you to assume that. See, 5 years ago when I started out in this area, I would not have been able to make the mental leap that I would be up to where I am right now. I don't want you to begin to just psych yourself out. No. I want you to be able to say something to yourself that will enable you to maintain a level of integrity with yourself. That when you say this, even when you face tremendous setbacks, it will be a benchmark to keep you in the game, to keep you moving forward and experimenting and readjusting your strategy and your plan of action, continuously looking for ways to win. So what is that something? When you got an idea you want to move on, you might not have the money, you might not have the education, you might not have the support or the resources you need. What is that something that can keep us going, that will enable us to act on our dream? What's one of those keys that will begin to help us to discover the secrets to our dream? Here's what I want you to repeat after me, please, with power and conviction. Say, it's possible. It's possible. That's all I want you to do when you look at your dream. Just say to yourself every day, it's possible. Just say that every day to yourself, it's possible.
It is definitely possible. And I would like to say first and foremost that it's definitely possible. And that's an amazing video by Les Brown. And it's fairly simple, right? Like, it's not too complex. There's not a bunch of steps that we need to involve in it, right? It's simple. We need to say it's possible. And then we may ask ourselves at times, what is possible? What is within our reach? What is it that we're capable of doing? Right? And being honest with ourselves. So today, on today's show, I just wanted to share a few different things with you, some guidelines, if you will, that will help you in your journey and being successful and being the best version of yourself that you'd like to be. And one of the first things that it talks about whenever you come across information about becoming better, being better, wanting to be better, it'll tell you one of the first things you need to really focus on is exercise. You need to get up, get out, and get your body moving. that's what we need to be doing. So one of those things that you could institute, simply taking a walk every day, right? After your meals, maybe going on a 15-minute walk or 20-minute walk, right? Getting out more, getting your body physically moving. That is what is important. The second thing is focusing on learning a new skill, learning a new language, learning something new. That is what is important, making sure that we're continually edifying ourselves. And then, and along that same line, right, we want to expose ourselves to new situations and new environments. We want to get out of our comfort zones. We want to go beyond and get into the uncomfortable zone, right? And we want to familiarize ourselves with that, because that's where the growth occurs. They say in pain and struggle, that's when the growth occurs for most people. And I think there's a lot of truth in that. So exposing yourself to new ideas and environments. And the next thing that is essential and just as much as important as anything on this list is making sure that we're getting an appropriate amount of sleep, making your sleep non-negotiable, right? That is ultimately what is most important. Making sure that we're getting the correct amount of sleep on a day-to-day basis, because without getting an appropriate amount of sleep, and for each of us that may be a little bit different, an appropriate amount of sleep, our mental faculties are dulled. They're dulled when we're not sleeping, right? And that's important. If we want to be at our A game every day, we need to be making sure we're sleeping appropriately. And along that same vein, right, like with sleep, we need to be replenishing and refueling the body as well with high nutrient dense foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, right? We want to have a diet that is powerful, that has the ability to power this machine, because our bodies are machines, right? Very, very complex machines, yet they are machines. And again, now after we do all of those four things, right, after we get through sleeping well, after we get done exercising, after we get done learning, after we get done exposing ourselves to these new environments, what is next? Next is making sure that we're reading on a day-to-day basis, right? Reading allows us the opportunity to take in information. It's up there with food, right? Like, what are you taking in mentally? What are some of the books you're reading? That's a great question, actually. I'd like to ask a few of you people that are watching, you subscribers, you viewers, like, what are some of the books that you read? What are some of the authors that for you bring you a sense of power and fulfillment? You know, I'm looking to hear back from you guys on any of those matters, right? Like, what books make you tick? I tend to like a lot of self-help books myself. I like to read some books like Robert Greene, Stephen Covey. I believe he's the author of the seven habits of highly effective people. But books along that line. And now, don't get me wrong, I've read your Machiavellis and all of those other kinds of books as well. However, I don't find those as enriching as some of those other books that I spoke of, like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That book is a great book. The Secret is another great book. The Palestine Prophecy is another great book, which talks about there not being anything as such as a coincidence in our lives. But reading is powerful for us, right? It stimulates our mind, and it keeps us sharp and keeps us aware and keeps us focused. Now, back to the speech about what Les talked about, right? Saying that it's possible. That leads me to thinking about, like, what is possible for you? What is it in your mind that you feel is within your realm of reach? Because the reality is that it's all within our reach. Whatever we can conceive of in our minds, we're capable of doing. And the key to that sentence is believing, is belief. That's why Les told us to say it with conviction. Say it with conviction. It's possible. It is possible. Whatever it is that you're searching for, that you're reaching towards, that you're striving towards, just know that it is possible. It is within your reach, and you are capable. We are capable, and we're here to assist you in that any way that we can. You know, and that's our goal. You know, that is our whole goal here at the Leap Lifestyle Podcast. We want to link, empower, provide access. That's us, Leap. So again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope that you've enjoyed this show. I hope that, you know, everything was to your liking. And the things that weren't to your liking, you can drop us an email. You can check in with us. You can let us know, you know, whatever it is. And again, this is brought to you by the People's Community Development Corporation. I'm your host, Christopher White, and thank you for allowing me 10 minutes of your life. And you have an amazing day. And remember, you are great. Peace.